Redfish fishing in Louisiana is one of the best ways to experience the inshore waters of the Gulf of Mexico. For starters, the countless canals in marshland are the perfect habitat for these fish. Not only that, but the fishing is good all year long. Knowing how to make the best of it is where we come in. In this video, we'll give you a rundown of everything you should know about Louisiana redfish before casting your line. We'll show you some of the top spots across the state, go over seasonality, and let you in on a number of useful tips. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe below. There are a lot of good places to find redfish in Louisiana, but only one of them is known as the redfish capital. We're talking about none other than Venice. The brackish waters of this small town are rich with nutrients and therefore home to some of the biggest, healthiest redfish in the country. The backcountry wetlands of Biloxi Marsh are also excellent. Located on Louisiana's northeastern shoreline, this whole area is famous for its bull reds, some catches even being reported of weighing up to 50 pounds. Secondly, it's more remote than places like Venice, so you'll have a better chance of having the waters all to yourself. This list would also be incomplete without mentioning the state's beautiful capital, New Orleans, which is a fantastic fishery in its own right. Clear coastal waters, bait-filled marshes, as well as brackish river mouths make fishing an absolute treat. Last but not least, you have Calcasieu Lake, a large estuary located next to Sabine National Wildlife Refuge, right on the border with Texas. Its brackish marshes and oyster reefs provide the ideal habitat for a thriving redfish population. These are just a few of the spots you can check out along Louisiana's coast, but no matter where you choose to go, you'll have plenty of guides available to take you out and show you a good time on the water. There's really never a bad time to go redfish fishing in Louisiana. However, it's good to know what each season has in store before you start planning your trip. The best way to know when to go is to focus on your goals for the day. If quantity is what you're after, then it's good to go as early as spring when the marshes come alive. The redfish will head out in force to take advantage of the warming waters, and that'll be your cue to jump in. On the other hand, if catching big bull reds is your goal, then summer and especially fall are your best bets. Focus on the wrecks and channels near shallow waters, and you're bound to meet your match sooner or later. Those of you looking to level up your casting skills should consider a winter trip in Louisiana. As long as the weather holds up, the waters will be super clear and the redfish easy to spot. Present them with some live bait, and they're as good as yours. So far, we've looked at where and when to catch Louisiana redfish. Now let's take a deeper look at some of the different ways to hook them. Let's start off easy with some spinning gear tips. Since you really don't need a fancy setup, this is a great option for beginners. In most cases, all you need is a 7-foot spinning casting rod with moderate to fast action. Pair that up with a medium-sized spin reel that can handle a 10 to 30 pound test line, and you're in business. Another option would be to try your hand at fly fishing. Louisiana is a great option for those starting out with the fly since redfish are way easier to hook than tarpon or bonefish. They're also far from picky eaters, so there are plenty of fly patterns you can try out and see what sticks. Just make sure your fly is big enough for the fish to see, but small enough to fit in its mouth. For specific flies to try, we recommend starting with patterns like sandbar mullet, Borsky slider, or the good old gurgler. And if you want to try something typically Louisiana, combine hunting and fishing and test your skills with bow fishing. Leave your conventional tackle at home and come on down for some shooting action instead. Chances are you don't have bow fishing gear lying around, so you'll definitely need a qualified guide for this one. You can try it out year-round as long as you remember that most trips take place in the evening. Bring some friends along for the ride and see who's considered the fastest draw. While there are no seasonal restrictions for redfish in Louisiana, you'll need to be aware of the state's size and bag limits. Any redfish you want to keep should be between 16 and 27 inches long, and you can't keep more than 5 per person. Of those 5, you're allowed to keep one that's larger than the 27-inch limit. Other than that, everyone over the age of 16 will need a license to fish in Louisiana. For the locations we talked about today, you'll need both the basic and saltwater license before you can head out. If you plan to fish with a saltwater charter, you can save money by getting a saltwater charter passenger license instead. This covers you for 3 days of fishing from a boat with a licensed guide. For more information on Louisiana fishing licenses, you can check out our full blog article or visit the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries website at wlf.louisiana.gov. So when you're finally ready to go redfish fishing in Louisiana, download the Fishing Booker app or check us out online. You'll be able to search the largest selection of fishing charters, compare prices and amenities, read customer reviews, and book fast and easy. So what are you waiting for? Head over to fishingbooker.com and get ready to start planning your adventure today.